Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We're getting halfway through an awesome week, another awesome week. I woke up this morning and I know I haven't did one of these videos in a while, and I was thinking about mental health because no matter how strong we are or you know what we have gotten through the past, this pandemic is kind of weighing on all of us. But I wanted to speak about our children today, all children, all ages. Check on your babies, check on their mental health. Do a check in with them like, are you okay? How are you making it through this? Especially social butterflies like me. I know this pandemic is weighing on them. If you got children that are like the life of the party and they haven't seen their friends and they look forward to school and that interaction, check on them. I know for me, most of mine are grown, except for Kendall, he's 16, and I still check on all of my kids. But Kendall, I'll just check on him and like, hey, how's your day going? How's everything? And he still, even though he's a straight A honor roll student and everything else, he still has struggles. Even though he's an introvert, he still has struggles. So, I may reach out to him when I'm working in my downstairs in my office, and I'll say, "Hey, Kendall, go ahead and I just put money on your Cash App card. Go ahead and order some lunch today on mommy." Or I'll tell him like yesterday, and I saw that he was kind of getting overwhelmed, and he told me that he took a nap on his lunch break and he slept through his last period. And I said, Kendall, it's okay. We all need that downtime. It's okay. Just make it up. Explain it to your teacher. You're a good student. You're a good kid, but don't beat yourself up for resting your mind and your body. So check on your babies. Even if they look okay, even if they're going around smiling and they're making it through this, and this seemed like the best time ever because they don't really have to do anything. Check on your kids, have conversations, have dinner with them without the phone, without the TV on. That has always been a rule in my house. When me and my children are at the dinner table, that's our time to talk. That's the time that I can look in their eyes and see what's going on. No phones, no interruptions. That's the time that we sit down and we have heart to heart conversations, or they may have conversations with me because me and my children have kind of an open dialogue. And I tell them to come talk to me if it's something that I'm doing that's really like bothering them, kind of like, you know, messing with their spirit in a way. Because, I have five sons, and I have to approach each five a different way. I mean, each one a different way. I have to approach them a different way. None of my children are the same. So where can come off hard at one, it may break the other. This when they were coming up. And they will come to me like, Ma, when you talk to me like this, I don't take it in. It makes me feel bad. So that's how I go. Now, believe me, I've had my times and I'm still learning, even though most of my children are grown, I still learn new parenting tips every day. I'm not the perfect parent. I try to be the best parent I can be. I have their backs. I support them. I let them know when they're wrong, even my adult children, and they'll tell me too. And we have honest, open conversations. Don't have your children thinking that you're unapproachable, like they can't talk to you. You don't want them turning to their friends for certain things. You want your kids to be able to come to you for anything. And sometimes if I can see something wrong with my children, because I can feel my children like most parents can, or even aunts, uncles, godparents, I'll go to them and we have this dialogue where it's like, Mommy, I'm going to come to you. Just let me, I don't feel like talking. Just let me get through it and I'll come to you. Now, I'll give them that space, but if they take too long, I'm coming at them. Like, look, come on, we got to get through this. We got to figure this out. So check on your babies. Because we're not the only ones that have issues with, because I know this pandemic has gotten to me and I'm usually upbeat doing cartwheels early in the morning. But this pandemic has affected me. And that's why I had started exercising. Because when the pandemic started, I said, you have one or two things you can do. You could come out this pandemic looking like, hey, Kool-Aid, or you could take care of this 47-year-old body. So I went with the latter. I took care of what I was supposed to take care of. And I still fall. I still make mistakes. I don't beat myself up for it. Like this week is a beautiful week. But when I woke up Sunday morning, I could barely walk. My hip was just like, no. My right hip was like, no. So I stayed in bed all Sunday, which killed me because I'm not a person that can stay in bed all day. I'm always on the move, which is a sign of, you know, not dealing with inner issues like far as, going through this pandemic, having fears and everything else. I just kept busy. That's a sign as well. So when I got up Monday, I can walk a little bit and I was like, I'm going to do this. And I was limping, took my time. Yesterday was a little bit better. Today is a little bit better. Yesterday I got up being extra like, oh, you feel great. You threw this. And then I felt like I had pins and needles in my hip. So, I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna call my PCP today because people in the medical field, we're the worst patients. We're the worst. We'll self-diagnose. We'll look up stuff. Sometimes we think we know it all, and sometimes we're right. Most times we're wrong. So yeah, I'm not claiming anything on my body. It's killing me because I can't work out. It's killing me that I can't get outside and enjoy this weather. But I'm thinking that I know that it's my body telling me to sit my behind down and rest, because I would take all of my frustrations and all my focus out on exercise. And then sometimes I went a little too hard. But this injury, I'm 100% sure is not to exercising. It's just my body reacted into what I'm going through internally. And your body can react. Mental can affect your physical. So that's about it. That's all I wanted to say, to encourage someone and let you know you're not the only one. We're all going through it. Let's pray for each other, send positive vibes. Let's just do our best to get through it, because this is not easy on a lot of us. Even if you haven't really suffered through this pandemic, watching people lose their jobs, watching people wait for unemployment for months, watching businesses, family-owned businesses that have been open for 40 and 50 years, those things affect me. Watching people lose their lives, watching parents bury their children or children burying their parents. This is not easy. I don't care how mentally, physically, or spiritually strong you are. It's not easy constantly watching stuff like that. So I just wanted to encourage you today to say, we're going to get through this no matter what. And be open and honest. Talk to someone. Start a journal. Like I don't know if you guys can see, like I have my Bible, my journals, and I started writing stuff down. Never was a journaler. But I always was one that put like positive tips around me. So I had positive stickies everywhere. Like I even write stuff down. Like if I'm at my desk and I'm feeling like it's one of those days, I'll write something positive down. Instead of saying it in my head, I'll write it and I'll say it out loud. So, talk to someone, reach out to someone, or just start writing your thoughts down. That's all I have to say. You all have a great Wednesday. Today is going to be a great and amazing, productive, and positive day. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and you shall not form your own weapons so that they may prosper. Have a great day.